Patty Solomon, granddaughter of Loretta Foster, years ago. Nothing can change the fact that our beloved grandmother, mother, sister, aunt, great aunt, neighbor, and friend was senselessly taken from us. We would like to thank our family, extended family, and friends for your constant love, support, and prayers. We would like to thank the Ohio Attorney General's Office, the Ohio Parole Board, the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections, Karen Ho, Mike Davis, Cheryl Lacey Adams, the Summit County Prosecutor's Office, Sherry Bevan Walsh, Kristen Arab, and the Cuyahoga Falls Police Department for their many years of support. It is now time for us to heal and find peace. Thank you. We don't have any further comment.
Thank you.
I will.
Well, I guess what we have to say about Larry is a better place now. Larry had told me before that he was sorry for his crime. It was something that he had done under the influence, as he said, of ignorant oil. And he wished that he had never done it. And there was nothing he could do. If he could undo it, he would have undone. He would have done it. Larry was a good friend. He was kind of an easygoing guy. Never thought much, of his own self, but others, people usually before him, in my experience, and never asked for much. Many of the inmates that we minister to will ask for things all the time, like food packages, or if you could get them one thing or another, or shoes or whatever. Larry hardly ever asked for anything, just for some chocolate. That's what he liked, and I guess that's all I have to say. Any questions?
He never said he was sorry today. Did you know why? Was that a conscious decision? Or?
Well, he was an introvert. He had a hard time. He had a hard time doing it. And he told me he wanted to, but he just had a hard time doing it. And he wanted to say some things to his father, but he couldn't seem to find a way to do it. And I know that might be hard to understand, but that was Larry. He was an introvert guy, and just had a hard time expressing himself, and it took him a long time.
So his intention was to express remorse to the victim's family today?
Yeah, he wanted to. He had told me before, when it came to doing it, he knew what he wanted to say, but he didn't seem to know how to do it. I guess that's kind of hard to understand, but I don't know. That's just what he told me.
What was his relationship with Aaron and Emma?
Aaron is his girlfriend. Emma, he never mentioned much, at all. But Aaron's his girlfriend, and he's asked us, to talk to her. He wants me to talk to her and tell her what was on his mind, and that was, that's private. That's about all he's told me about her.
You don't know who Emma is then?
Pardon?
You said you don't know who Emma is?
No.
He has a child, right?
I believe he has a son.
You have no contact with him?
No.
Did he say anything that he wished his family members were here today?
He said that he had, made amends. He had talked to his mother, made amends with her. I asked her if there was anything that he wanted me to say to her. You could tell he was trying to to tell me, but he just couldn't seem to get the words put together. He always had a hard time doing that, just putting together what he wanted to say, you know, and I guess it's hard to understand it, you know, if you're not that way. But he said he had made amends with everybody now.
What did he say about his suicide attempt?
Well, I kind of really can't tell you what he said about that, but I can tell you this because I know him, and I've known him for, well, like I said, he's an introvert guy. He kind of liked to pretty much stay by himself. He didn't ever want to be the center of attention. He didn't like that kind of thing. Okay? And he just didn't want to be a part of what he would consider his last act of life to be what he considered to be a sideshow or a circus. He didn't want that. And not only that, he said to me probably at least 3 times, and Pastor Tom, you know, I'm sorry you guys have to go through this. I'm sorry I'm putting you guys through this. In other words, he was more concerned about us, about, you know, us going through this with him than he was dying himself. So that was it. He just kind of wanted to die all alone by himself.
What kind of medication did he take?
He never told me.
Do you think the way he went out, the single drug, from what you saw, was as humane as it can get for an execution?
Well, I would say that's about the most humane one I've seen. I don't know how he could be any more humane than that. He just kind of go to sleep.
Did he express any disappointment that his suicide was not successful when you talked about?
Yeah, he had hoped that he might have another year. As his last statement was referring to doing what he could to reveal the flaws in the system, that he might be able to do something about changing what he considered a flawed system. And he had said that he hoped that none of his brothers, meaning the fellas back there on death row, would ever have to walk those same steps. I believe he said 16 steps that he had to walk. So yeah, he wanted to, he had expressed in the past that he would like to have been able to do something to change the system.
Was he angry that they helped him?
No, you know, he wasn't, he wasn't angry at anybody. He never expressed any anger to me towards anybody. And in fact, you know, he said, you know, these fellas here, they had been told that I was going to cause them trouble. And he said, I don't want to cause them any trouble. They've treated me all right. You know, he's just not the fellow to do that, you know. And I'll tell you what, he had nothing to me to say but good about the way that he was treated here by everybody. So, never, not one harsh word, not one about anybody here.